Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I will be reviewing and unboxing the HK Gaming GK61. The GK61 is a wired optical mechanical keyboard. This means that it is missing the arrow keys, the function row and the number pad. The keyboard measures in at just 11.42 inches by 3.94 inches. Which is smaller than the Royal Kludge RK61 wireless that I reviewed before. I got this keyboard off eBay for just $60, which is a bit more expensive than the RK61. Since this keyboard is 60%, it is ideal for people who want a small keyboard or for people who just want more room for their mouse. The GK61 is not wireless though, which is a shame and might be a deal breaker for some people. The outside of the box is quite basic with some branding on the front. Opening the box, we see the keyboard front and center wrapped in plastic. We also see the instruction pamphlet underneath the keyboard. Lifting up the cover, we see the braided USB Type-C cable. We also see a white box which contains the switch puller and the keycap puller. The keyboard itself looks quite minimalistic, with quite basic font on the keycaps. The multimedia function buttons are also imprinted on some of the keys, which I will touch on later. The sides of the keyboard are made from plastic, but the inner frame is made from metal, which gives the keyboard its rigidness. One interesting thing to note is that the keycaps have some slight shine to them on the sides, which makes the RGB light bounce more light around, which I found was pretty nice. Flipping the keyboard over, there are 4 non-adjustable rubber feet, but the keyboard is slanted slightly upwards to compensate for the missing adjustable feet. The bottom is also made from plastic. On the back of the keyboard is the USB Type-C port to plug in the GK61 to a computer. The highlight of this keyboard is its switches. The GK61 uses Gateron optical mechanical key switches, which utilizes a light sensor to trigger the key presses instead of using standard mechanical switches, which short two contacts sending a signal to the computer. The benefit of these switches is that you get much better response times compared to the standard switches, which can be beneficial in certain games that require snappy responses. Another benefit is that the switches will last a lot longer than traditional switches, as they lack some of the mechanical parts that make up a standard switch. The response time of these switches is only 0.2 milliseconds compared to 6 milliseconds on the best standard mechanical key switches. The switches that I got in my GK61 are the optical browns, which are tactile but are quiet. The keyboard comes with your choice of brown, white, blue, yellow, silver, red or black switches. The keyboard is hot swappable using the included switch puller, but the switches can only be swapped with other Gateron optical switches. The GK61 also utilizes key stabilizers on some of the keys to prevent wobble. The keycaps are made from high quality double shot ABS, which means these keycaps will not fade over time. The GK61 comes with a dedicated software to control all the functions of the keyboard. Watch this video here to find out how to download it. The software is quite overwhelming, but all the functions are accessible. You can edit each key and create macros, and you can even make custom key animations and patterns through the software as well. The RGB effects are quite nice on this keyboard. The LEDs are quite bright and vibrant, and much brighter compared to the RK61. The glossy finish on the sides of the keycaps really does make the RGB lights glow up better. I'm going to show some of the effects on the GK61 so you can get an idea of the lighting on this keyboard. Extra effects can be accessed through the keyboard as well. These are the default effects that come preloaded. The effects that I just showed can be accessed through the software. The multimedia and extra function buttons can be accessed through the keyboard as well by pressing the FN key. Since this keyboard is 60%, the function buttons have been integrated with the number row. To use them, press the FN key and one of the number keys on the number row. The FN key can also be locked by double pressing the FN key if you want to switch between the arrow keys and back. You can also lock the Windows key by holding the FN key and pressing the Windows key. Finally, you can deactivate the RGB illumination by pressing the FN key and backspace keys. Overall, the GK61 is a great keyboard. The optical mechanical key switches make this keyboard extremely easy to recommend for its great response time and switch lifetime. There are a few drawbacks though, such as the lack of a wireless function and the overwhelming software that I thought was just too hard to use. Besides that, this keyboard is amazing with great overall build quality and double shot ABS keycaps for a relatively cheap price. I will leave links to this keyboard from sites like eBay and Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Bye.